Hi there and welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the order of temperature sensors and the fact that I was wrong. And from a diagnostic standpoint, I wanted to go ahead and make this video, and we're going to test this together to see if the hypothesis is correct. What I've got here on the bench is board 001. Good old board 001. Believe it or not, it actually works right now. I took off a few more weak chips. That ultimately was the problem, or continues to be the problem, is weeding out all the old weak chips. But the question is, it was commented by a viewer, Luis. He pointed out that I had the order of the temperature sensors all wrong. And I think he was right. Let me show you why it is that I thought what I thought. Okay, so if I flip over here to this tester, right? You see the tester there on the top of the screen. Let me see. I'm going to get the tester. I'm going to get it underneath here. So I want you to see, there's the Team Miner tester, right? Okay, great. Now I'm going to put it into test mode. All right, there we go. It's loading. Cool. And so it says 33, 43, 34, 42. And then for temperature sense 2, 34, 45. Well, if I'm looking, and I can zoom in the screen for you up there, but if you're looking at these numbers, you'll see that like 3644 is temp sense 1. Temp sense 1 lines up with chip 11. Temp sense 2 lines up with chip 15. Temp sense 3 on the Team Miner, maybe not in the real miner, but in the Team Miner, Temp sense 3 lines up with chip 51. And Temp sense 4, as you see it on the screen here, lines up with 55. So this is one of those things that I don't like about Team Miner. I think that they actually have it backwards. Here's the deal, and Luis got me thinking about it, and I'm like, he was right. Well, we're going to test it to make sure. So if you're looking at this board, when this sits in the miner, the top of the screen, that's where that wind blows in. Okay? That's where the cool air comes in. Cool air comes across this way and comes out here where the second set of fans are. So these should actually be the cooler temperatures. Not these. These should be the warmer temperatures. All right? Warm temperatures on the exhaust side, cool temperatures on the intake. So for that to be the case, that means that the even number temperature sensors actually need to be over here, not over here. In a normal Antminer screen, I see them in pairs, the first and the third, and the second and the fourth. The second and fourth tend to be hotter than the first and the third. So if that's the theory, and if I think that Team Miner is wrong, what's the best way to find out? Let's take a temperature sense off and find out which one's missing. Sure. Okay, this board works. All right, we just ran the test, so this board works. So let me take the temperature sensor off. There's a couple that are pretty easy to get to. All right, so we have two temperature sensors that are real easy to get to. I don't have to do anything but just take them off with a hot air gun. These are going to be on the cool side, okay? Because flip it over. Remember, this is the hot side. This is the cool side. So this should be I'm trying not to get this thing mixed up here. All right, so that's by chip 55. So according to the tester, tester thought that was chip or temp sense 4. It should actually be temp sense 3. Let's take it off and find out what happens. So let's find out what we got, right? So we've taken the sensor off. I've got it over here. It's right there in the screen, okay? We're going to flip it over. That should be, by Team Miner tester, should be number 4. You've got 65 chips. Yay. Okay, and as you can see there, I'm running my voltage at 18.8. All right, let's do the temperature test. All right, so there you go. Right there, Team Miner thinks that it's temp sense 4. That's no good. But let's find out what the miner says. All right, give me a second. I'll throw this thing in the miner, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as the screen shows you here, where it says temp chips, it's 62, 69, 0, and 77. So the third, not the fourth, temp sense disappeared. But it gets even more interesting. I was able to capture this screen right here. Look right there where it says chain 0 sense 2. Now, at least the Vanish firmware does a 0 based. So their sensors, they count them as 0, 1, 2, and 3. Notice that it talks about chip 54. I think that again is because this is 0 based. So that would be chip 55. Thanks to Luis. Let me show you again what the order is, the way it should be, and then I'll put the sensor back on. So the way the temperature sense works based on our testing, chip number 1, I'm looking on the back side. So chip number 1, and it zigzags through, right? Chip 65 is over here. However, this is the weirdest thing in the world. It's backwards. Instead of sensor 4 being down here, because you would think that they would go in chip order. No, chip 4 is up here, chip 3 is down here. Likewise, chip 2 is up here at the hot side of the board, chip 1, or temp sense 1, sorry. So there you go. I was wrong. It's going to really help, because when a temp sense goes missing now, I'm going to remember that the stupid Team Miner is backwards. If anyone happens to speak Thai, and maybe they could reach out to me, and we reach out to the Team Miner folks. They're based in Thailand, and I haven't found anyone over there who speaks English. So it'd be really great. Let me get this thing soldered back on and get it back in the miner for more testing. Thanks so much for watching, and see you real soon.